Let's create the FingerGuide part, the one on the above, using only extrusion feature. Okay, there are many ways of building this one, but we'll use the top plane, the horizontal plane, as sketching plane, and do the shape and extrude it up, and then cut out some features. Okay, so we'll start by creating a new part. Let's call it FingerGuide. Inch unit, and then you're going to use the top plane. Let's show the reference planes and reference points. So you're going to use the top plane and create a sketch, and typically I want to draw a sketch in the view direction where I look at normal to the sketching plane. So in that case you want to click on this sketch view command, and let's erase all the reference planes so I can see clearly what the sketch is. Okay, so let's start drawing it. So using the line tool, and I'll just draw the half of this shape. So starting there, I'm just focusing on the shape, not the size. I could draw this slot in here, but let's make this sketch simple, so I'll just draw without the slot. And I need to draw a center line. Let's draw a center line here because I'm drawing only half of it, so I want to mirror it in using mirror sketch. So I'm done and select. As soon as I did it, all the weak dimension shows up. Okay, they are too big and 348 inches, whereas our size is 4.12 inches. So what I need to do is select all the entities together and choose this modify command and find the one that is the 348. Select the log scale so that everything will change, and change this value to 4.12 and say OK, and everything will be proportionally change their values. Okay, so what do we know? What we know is the dimensions here, see 1.12, and we know the distance 1.90, that is from this corner to this line. So we're going to add that horizontal dimension using this normal dimension tool. Select a point with left mouse button, select the vertical line with left mouse button, and move your cursor over here and press the middle mouse button, and you get the dimension. And we changed it to 1.9. And we know that 0.26 is the gap here, so add a new dimension here, select that, 0.26, and 0.4 is the height, so I can just double click on the weak dimension and 0.4, and what we know is the overall height of that from that slot to the other slot is 1.5, so that's a half of 1.5, but instead I'll add a full dimension. So normal, click on this horizontal line and click on the center axis and click on that horizontal line again, and then middle mouse button. That'll give you the overall shape, overall size, which is 1.5. Distance from that point to the center line, we don't have that directly, so what we're going to do is add a dimension, again from the point to the center line, again point and middle mouse button, that's the overall size. So that'll be 2 times 0.46 plus 0.78, so we can just type in that 0.46 times 2 plus 0.78. That's going to be 1.7. Okay, so we are all set, and we need to mirror this sketch. So select all of them. Select all of them, and then mirror about this center line. Okay, so that area is shaded nicely, and then we are done with the sketch. Say OK, and look at the standard orientation, and we'll extrude that. By how much? We'll extrude it all the way up, so that'll be 1.5. So 1.5. Okay, now let's cut out this area so we can use reference plane. Let's see the plane. We can use this plane, draw that area, and cut it both sides. So let's use the front plane and sketch. We'll look at normal to it. Hide the reference plane. Unlike SolidWorks, if you try to draw on top of that line, it won't snap it. Okay, so in order to do that, you have to actually add references. So select the top line and maybe this vertical line and add that references. Then you can now snap to those lines. So I'm going to draw this rectangle. You could have used the rectangular tool. Actually, let's do it. Rectangular tool, draw rectangle, and add some dimensions here. From this to that line is 0.94, and this height is 0.76. So we'll do that. From there to bottom is 0.76. Okay, so if I look at side, that's how we drew it, and we're gonna cut it. Say OK, and then we're gonna use the same extrude tool, but we will remove the material, and the option, cut it all the way. And then option, if you open an option, there's a side too. So not only this side, we want to cut through all the other side as well. So looks good. Say OK, and you got the cut. Now I need to cut this corner here, so we will cut that. So using that as sketching plane, so sketch, select that surface, sketching plane here. So look at normal to, and again I need to draw a triangle here, so I need to add the references, that one and that one, so that my sketch will snap to it. So I draw a triangle, and then dimension, so that dimension is 30 degrees. We can actually draw the other side as well, so add that line as a reference to, and draw a triangle again, and this height is 0.44. Second, actually you can add a constraint, equal constraint, between this line and that line, so they are equal distance, and equal, select this and that. Okay, so this line and that line equal size, that line and that line equal size, and 30 degree angle, height is 0.44. Okay, say OK, and now I need to cut it, so extrude. I need to flip it, not adding material, we need to cut it, and we want to cut it all the way through. Say OK. Now we have that. Now we need to add that slot here, so we will create the sketch on the top surface here, and normal too, and I'm gonna draw a center line here from the middle. Draw the center line. Need to add a reference so that it can snap. Draw a line and an arc and another line. Let's close it. Okay. With the mouse button to cancel it, and I just want to make sure that that point is on the center point, so I'm going to use constant point on the line. Okay, and need to add a dimension. The length of that slot is 1.12, so select 1.12, and the width of the slot is 0.78, so I'm going to add a new dimension here, 0.78. Say OK. Now need to add an extrusion. Again, flip it. We are removing it, so click on remove material, and not just blind, we want to cut it all the way through. OK. Now we have this part.